Stunting remains a threat to Indonesia's young generation and poses challenges for the country's future workforce. According to an Indonesian health survey released by the Health Ministry in 2023, the national stunting prevalence was 21.5%. This figure is still far from the reduction target of 14% by 2024. The National Research and Innovation Agency emphasizes the importance of fulfilling protein intake, especially from animal sources, to prevent stunting, as well as mineral and vitamin intake for pregnant women and children to ensure the optimal brain and physical growth. Collaborative efforts by various parties must continue, including through the application of biotechnological innovations. Meanwhile, the government formed the Stunting Reduction Acceleration Program, or the TPPS, in 2021. The team was formed in various regions such as provinces, districts, and cities to implement stunting prevention programs and activities. And today we'll discuss how innovation in food and biotechnology can help addressing food security issue and strengthening our economy. To elaborate further, joining me today is Simple Planet CEO and founder Dominic Jeong. Hi Dominic, thank you so much for coming to our studio.
Hello.
Hello. So first of all, can you explain what is Simple Planet and why your company come to Indonesia and what are your plans?
So, to introduce myself, my name is Dominic Jeong, and I'm currently CEO of Simple Planet. And Simple Planet, before Simple Planet, I found 5 startups and able to solve my 3 previous startups. And it started from my high school year. I created a website that connects students and tutors, and I'm able to solve that company after 1.5 years. And then after exiting my second startup, I wanted to figure how can I contribute more to the world, and what is my objective and what's my direction. So I wanted to go to India and went into meditation school. So in India, there were a lot of food problems. So I came back to Korea and realized that I should focus on food problem. So I found Simple Planet, and this Simple Planet, we are developing cell-based food ingredients, and we are developing protein and fats. And because we choose Indonesia, because Indonesia is a dynamic market with a young, vibrant population and a strong government commitment to food security and health, of course, and making it an ideal ground for innovation. So that's why we are here, and we want to learn more about Indonesia.
So previously I mentioned about the prevalence of stunting in Indonesia and our government efforts to solve this problem. How biotechnology innovations can help address these problems, and also regarding food security as well as climate change?
Sure. But before we dive into Indonesia, I would love to explain some of the issue for the food. So UN FAO has published the research, and it said 10% of population are dying from hunger, yes, and 3.2 billion people are facing malnutrition, and we lose a life every 3 seconds. So we thought developing this innovative technology in terms of biotech, we thought we could definitely solve this food issue and save some hunger problems. So Indonesia needs breakthrough solutions that directly address nutritional deficits by introducing nutrition-dense, cost-effective cell-based ingredient and fortified foods. We can support critical health outcomes at the national scale. This approach not only figures malnutrition, but also establish a blueprint for the region, positioning Indonesia as a leader in innovative food solutions.
So you brought some of the innovation from your company, the cell-based food. Can you explain more about it?
Sure. So this is a cell-based protein coming from cow. So we take out about 1 gram of cow's tissue, and we culture and
can we show it to the camera?
Produce. And because this is so special, because it is very highly concentrated ingredients. So when we compare with this ingredient to conventional beef, we found out that it has about 3 times greater protein than beef and 16 times greater protein than milk protein. So we wanted to create this kind of pill so that people can take one pill every morning to start their day more fresh.
Okay, so with the cell-based innovation, we can enjoy like more nutritional benefits. Okay, so I would like to explore more like from the industry side. If you see right now the Indonesia, we can say that this is relatively new. We haven't had the ecosystem built or developed in Indonesia. In what level is Indonesia right now when we talk about biotechnology industry, and where South Korea is in the mapping of the biotechnology industry?
Sure. So Indonesia biotech market is on the rise, but still developing compared to established market like Singapore, Thailand, and Korea. And because Indonesia has very high population and increasing demand for sustainable food solution, I thought Indonesia is well positioned for accelerated growth in this sector. So in Korea, I'd love to jump on and explain some of details about Korea right now. So in Korea, in terms of cell-based food ingredients, the government is driving the innovation and driving the sector by giving huge R&D grants. And they recently set up the regulatory free zone sandbox in south part of South Korea. And they force the corporate to collaborate with startups to innovate this technology more faster. And also the university collaboration is happening a lot, so we can definitely increase this demand for in terms of the technology.
So is it like reaching commercial use or sales in South Korea right now?
So the government regulatory guideline is open in Korea, and this cell-based food or ingredient is currently selling in the United States and in Singapore, and we can able to buy a product from Singapore market. But in Korea, I heard 5 to 6 company has applied to government approval, so we are expecting to start very soon.
Okay, you're expecting to start very soon. So what are the challenges in developing or in building a biotechnology? Some people were worried about the cost.
So the cost and the consumer acceptance will be the key points that we have to solve. But the cost, when we do the proof of concept with large corporation like CJ, Purmu One, or Nestle, we figured that this ingredient is actually cost effective than other source of protein, because when the food conglomerate is trying to make a 20 gram of food product, then 20 gram of protein product, then we have advantage because our ingredient is highly concentrated. So the cost issue is solved. And the second one is consumer acceptances. But a lot of consulting companies globally, they have figured, and they did a lot of research about this consumer acceptance. And more to MZ, Generation Z,
Yes.
is trying to accept this technology, and they wanted to try, and they wanted to eat this product. So I believe the time is the matter, so it will be better.
Okay.
Future, yeah.
So Simple Planet and SNS Lab also plan to build co-working labs in the near future. Can you share some of this plan that you have for Indonesia?
Sure. So I'm also CEO of SNS Lab. SNS Lab is a co-working lab. We provide space for biotech and food tech startups, and we are currently operating 2 locations in Seoul. And this is more like a WeWork, but we are more concentrated on software. So it's like an innovation hub. So we wanted to come to Indonesia because the market is there and local talent is very well developed and regulatory support is going to be happen. So we definitely wanted to bring this co-working lab here, and we wanted to do some task by step. So maybe the first one could be bringing capital, so bringing global AC and VC to Indonesia so that they can invest into startups.
How much?
We are working on that, but probably
Rough estimate.
about like 200 million to start, probably.
$100 million?
Yes,
Yes.
USD to start. And because co-working lab can actually support the startup in terms of infrastructure and the software itself, we can bring the AC and VC so that they can invest into Indonesian startups. And of course, the government is supporting regulatory framework or sandbox or tech innovation. Those kind of things is working very well in Indonesia. So we thought this is the right market for, yeah.
Okay, so this is the right. What are your hopes or expectations or target for this collaboration or this investment in Indonesia?
My hope is to start something within 6 months.
Yes?
So we are trying to incorporate our company before next June of 2025, and we wanted to start expanding from there.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dominic Jeong, for sharing your experience as well as your plans and investment in Indonesia. So that was our conversation on biotechnology's role in food security and also how to address some problems in Indonesia on today's Business Talk. You can stay connected with us on Instagram, X, as well as on YouTube. Our handle is at CToday News. We're also available online at ctodaynews.com. So let's stay connected.